Good morning, it's so nice to see you. We're going to do a quick morning routine for mobile joints and a flexible spine. So let's get started. We'll come into all fours. And the first thing we do is cat and cow. So pressing your palms down, your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we are starting with a neutral spine. Fingers are spread, and then on the inhale, you start with your hips, so lifting your hips, letting your belly drop, lifting your chest, looking forward, and then on the exhale, you tuck your tailbone under, start to round your lower, middle, upper back, and bring your chin towards your chest. And again, inhale, slowly begin to arch your back for your cow position, and on the exhale, you're starting to round your back for your cat. Inhale to arch, so moving slowly, moving mindfully as always, and exhale to round. So stay with your breath, you're breathing through the nose, inhaling and exhaling through the nose and through the nose only. And then finish up your round, finish with the exhale, and on the inhale, come into neutral position. Now let's move the hips, so start with some circles, circling your hips around, maybe start a little bit smaller, and then gradually you can get bigger and bigger. Keep everything else still, so your shoulders stay above your wrist and your upper back is moving, and go in the other direction. Small circles to begin with, and gradually you make them a little bit bigger. Good, and then come into a neutral position. Now let's put those two together. So cat and cow and hip circling at the same time. So circle your hips, and you're arching and rounding your back. Move your spine in all sorts of directions. And it should feel good, it should feel luscious, it should feel nice. Right, and come in the other direction. Nice big circles. Right, and come into a neutral position. Alright, press the floor away from you, your spine is neutral now. Extend your right leg back, now draw some circles with your right ankle. And go in the other direction. Your toes are tucked under, place your toes on the mat. Press the floor away from you, and you're moving your shoulders slightly back. Your leg is straight. You should feel a stretch there in your calf. Holding here for a moment, and then come back into all fours. Other side, so extend your left leg back. Your tailbone is long loops together, so we're not arching the back. And then again, draw some circles here. It doesn't matter how high your leg is. And then go in the other direction. Good. Toes are tucked under as you place your toes down. And again, press the floor away from you. Move your shoulders slightly backwards as your heel goes back. Your leg is straight, and you should again feel the stretch in your calf. Hold here for another moment. And back into all fours. Now lift your right knee up and begin to draw some circles with that right knee. So move slowly, mindfully. Keep everything else still, so it's just that knee that's moving. If you hear any clunking, any noise in your hips, maybe slow down a little bit more. Make your circles a little bit smaller. However, if you want to go big, you can go big. Make sure your spine stays neutral, nothing else is moving. And then switch direction. We start with small circles again. And then go bigger and bigger. And place your knee down, we're switching sides. So lift your left knee up and draw your circles. It doesn't matter which direction you start with. If you feel you can make your circles bigger, make them bigger. So be really oiling your joints here. And then go in the other direction. So beginning with small circles. And then gradually make them bigger and bigger. Good. Place your knee down. Now take your right foot between your hands. So not all the way forward. You want to kind of have a 90-degree angle here, not 45. And then walk your hands forward. So your knee shoots over the ankle, and that's okay. And you can do very, very small pulsing movements here. You aim to keep that heel grounded. So your hands are there to support you. And then release your hips down. So stop with the pulsing, release your hips down. And if your heel is lifting a bit, that's okay. So you want to feel the stretch in your calf and also in your heel. Holding here. And walk your hands back. Come back into all fours. Other side. So left foot forward. And again, walk your hands forward. Maybe do some pulsing movements here. See where you're at today. And then release your hips down. So you aim to have that heel grounded. If that doesn't quite work, that's alright. You should feel the stretch there in the calf, in the heel. You probably also feel stretch in the front of your right leg. And then come back into all fours. And we go with the first side again. Again, walk your hands forward, push your hips forward and down. And if you feel happier with your hands on the mat, absolutely stay, or you reach your arms up. Right, holding here. So really surrendering your hips down. The stretch is much, much stronger. As I said, if you're not quite sure, just keep your hands down. And then release, place your hands on the mat. Walk your hands back and then heel to that foot out to the right. So right foot out to the right. Your toes face out towards 1 or 2 o'clock. Hold here for a moment and walk your hands a little bit further forward and then release your hips down and bring them up. Gently push your hips forward and down and come up again. And the next time your hips are down, you keep them down again. The knee shoots over the ankle. Heel is grounded. So holding here for a moment. Maybe you want to come on your forearms. So start with the left forearm. And then maybe your right forearm can come down as well. Holding here. And come up again. So place both of your hands down, walk your hands back, and come into all fours. Other side, so left foot forward. Walking your hands forward, releasing your hips forward and down. Then either stay here or if you feel stable. And if your body allows you to lift your arms up, then do that. So reaching your arms up, releasing your hips down. So really surrendering your hips to the earth. Holding here. Feel the stretching. And release. Both of your hands come down. Walk your hands back a little bit before you heel to your left foot out to the side. Toes turn out towards 10 or 11 o'clock. Walk your hands back, forward, and then again, push your hips forward and come up. Hips come forward and up. Do that movement a few times. The next time you have your hips forward, stay here, hold. Again, see if you want to come onto your forearms. We'll start with the right forearm and maybe the left forearm can come down as well. Holding here. Good. And then come up onto your hands. Walk your hands back into all fours. Let's try downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under, lift the knees up, come into your down dog. And the first down dog, walk your feet. So you're paddling your feet. Walking on the spot. Now release your heels down. Relax your head, relax your neck. Spread your fingers, hold of the hand is pressing down. Let's get a little bit deeper into those hips. So take your right foot outside your right hand. So this time the stance is a little bit wider. So keep your hands on the mat and draw some circles here. Tiny, tiny circles. So you're circling over your wrist. So your hips are a little bit higher than your front knee. Then go in the other direction. Alright, wonderful. Good. Come back to the center. Then reach your right arm up. So you're coming into an easy twist. So left leg is super straight. Right arm comes up, holding here. Keep that right foot grounded. So the knee doesn't come out to the side. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes down. Step back, downward facing dog. Other side. So left foot comes forward. And again, draw some circles here. So left toes are turning up a little bit, hips are a tiny bit higher. Then your front knee, back leg is straight. Then change direction. Tiny circles here. Lovely, good. And stay here. We do our easy twist again. Reaching your left arm up this time. Your right leg is as straight as you can. Left leg is bent. And the foot is grounded. Gaze would be up. If that's too much, then look forward. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Both hands come down, step back again into your downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, have your knee bent, and draw some circles with that right knee. In one direction, and go in the other direction. And place your foot down, other side. So lift your left leg up, bend that knee, and then begin, draw some circles here. So everything else stays as still as you can, and then go in the other direction. Good, and then place your foot down. Come forward into plank pose. Hold your plank for a moment. Hold your plank, press the floor away from you. Hold, hold, hold. Tailbone is nice and long, and then place your knees down onto the mat. You're back in all fours. So what we're going to do is now, nice and slow, you're letting your sternum, your chest collapse, and then press the floor away from you. So your shoulder blades move away from each other. And again, slowly, slowly, collapsing a little bit, and then press. Collapse, and press. So do a few more here. If you want to make it harder, bring your knees a little bit further back, but your shoulders stay above your wrists. And again, you can collapse and then press. Strengthening your shoulders here. You're also working on your form. So as we do a plank, we don't want to collapse here. We want to press the floor. Okay, let's do one more. Wonderful. And then bring your hips back. So hips are above your knees or your fours. You're all set. And walking your hands forward, come to your puppy stretch. So lovely stretch for the morning, placing your forehead down, hips stay above the knees, reaching your arms forward, reaching through the fingertips as much as you can, and you're melting your chest towards the mat. And here, if you're feeling this is not quite enough, you can also bring your gaze forward, maybe placing your chin onto the mat and holding here. Lift your head up, walk your hands back again, so back in all fours, and from all fours we come into a seated position. So cross your legs, come sitting down, extend your legs forward, and bend your knees slightly, have your hands on the mat. What we do is tucking the tailbone under, so collapsing a little bit, and then we're sitting as upright as we can. But we're working with the hips here. Yeah, so tucking the tailbone under, and then sitting upright. So we're ignoring the shoulders, everything else. Funny enough, that comes just by itself. Yeah, sit nice and tall. So next time you're sitting nice and tall, stay like that, holding here. Good, and draw some circles with your shoulders in one direction. And go in the other direction. Lots of noises here. Come back to the center, so you're still sitting nice and tall, and try to hinge forward from your hips. So your back stays as straight as possible, holding here. If you want to reach for the outer edges of your feet, you can do that, holding them towards you, but try again to sit tall. So back stays long, also what your neck is doing, your neck stays nice and long, so you're not looking up, nor you're dropping your head down, holding here. So pulling the outer edges of your feet towards you, that should give you a little stretch there in your hamstrings. If you have the feeling this is not enough, you can always straighten out your legs a little bit more. Try not to lose form, not to round your back. And if you're simply practicing to sit upright, that's good enough as well. Holding here for another moment. And then release your legs. Shake everything out. Lovely, and I come into a cross-legged position. Take your left hand behind you, right hand goes onto left knee. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. So use your hands. First of all, the hand that's behind you on the mat, you use this one to go a little bit taller, so you're still sitting upright, you're not rounding your back, you're not slouching. And the hand that's on the knee, maybe you slide it a little bit higher up so it's more above your, or on your thigh. You can use that hand to go a little bit deeper in your twist. And start to look behind you, looking over your left shoulder. And stay in your deep, deep twist. Bring your gaze forward. And look over to the other side. Maybe maybe tilt your head. Your left ear comes up towards the ceiling, the other ear towards the mat. Holding that. And then first bring your head back, looking to the side, and then release. Come back to the center. Let's do the other side. So hand over your knee, other hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, twist. So what's your posture here? Stay nice and upright. Utilize your hands. One to make you grow taller, on the other hand to press you a little bit deeper into that twist. So looking behind you. And stay in your deep, deep twist. Keep your shoulders relaxed as much as you can. And start to look forward. Or in the other direction. Maybe even tilt your head a little bit. You may feel that in your neck. Okay, and first bring your head back into neutral position, to the side. And then come back to the center. Let's neutralize the spine a little bit with the cat and cow in a seated position. So your hands are over the knees, and on the inhale, you're lifting your chest up. And on the exhale, round your back, suck your belly in. Now, as you do that, try not to lift your shoulders. And again, inhale to arch, and exhale to round. So really go backwards. You're not going to fall backwards. You're holding onto your knees here. Finish up your round. And come back into a seated position, onto a neutral position with the spine. And the last thing we're going to do today is something for the upper back. So have a little feel, how does the upper back feel? And you can compare to afterwards. So take your arms up, and then out to the side, so you're creating a V shape. And then that V shape, the arms, they come back. So pull them as far back as you can, holding here. Still lengthening through the crown of the head, chin stays parallel to the mat, holding here. And from your V, come into a W shape. So I was pointing down slightly, and again, pull your arms back. So shoulder blades move towards each other. Bring your arms back as far as you can. And the next one, I think is the hardest one, is your T shape. So arms come out to the side, and again, pull your arms back. So opening your arms, nice and wide, holding here. And you're still having this length through the crown of the head. Hold, hold, hold. Alright, and for the last one, your elbows come towards your waist. Have little jazz hands here. And again, pull your arms back. Pull your shoulder blades towards each other. Hold that. And release. Place your hands into your lap. Close your eyes for a moment. Just feel into your upper back. I hope it feels a little bit taller, more flexible. And place your palms together in front of your heart. Open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. Until next time.